Hey man, welcome back to another video. You already know what it is. It's your boy Jay here, man. I'm back at the channel again, man. You already know I told y'all it's daily now that I'm back at the cribbo. You know, what's up with y'all, man? Hope y'all doing good. Hope everybody in your family doing good. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go ahead and start this video, man. Let's go. So, man, today we're gonna be talking about the sad career of Robert Griffin III, aka RG3. Now, the reason why this video is so amazing for me, or the whole reason why I'm making this video to begin with, is because of my video from yesterday whenever I was ranking rookie quarterbacks. Whenever I got to RG3, it just did something to the child in me, right? The child in me started jumping up and down again like it was 2012 again. You know what I'm saying here? So I wanted to just, take a deep dive onto what really happened with him, okay? So we can just go ahead and start this video out. No cuts needed here, okay? So he was born to two sergeants in the military who were stationed at Japan at the time. Okay, so technically he's from Japan here, which is crazy, right? That's why he's so fast. No, I'm kidding. But so after that, his family bounced around a couple places in America, but finally ended up settling in Texas, in Cobbles Cove, Texas, to be exact, where he goes and plays high school at. Right, he plays. And he has an amazing high school career. Obviously, two-sport athlete here in track and field, right? I mean, you've seen the tape of him outrunning everybody, right? So, you know what I'm saying there? So, I don't know, man. RG was a freak of nature in high school and going into college. Wow, in his senior year, he commits to Baylor University, which really isn't too far from his hometown, which is probably why he ended up going there to begin with. Now, at Baylor, he had an amazing, when I say an amazing, he had an amazing career over in Baylor, right? I mean, he stayed for 4 years. Even though he wasn't technically a senior, he played for 4 years because, he got hurt and, got his season back for eligibility, blah, blah, blah. So technically he was a sophomore twice, right? But, technically he won the Heisman Trophy his senior year, aka his junior year, technically, right? Of college ball. And man, let me tell you here, he did his thing that Heisman season, man. I mean, whoo-wee. I mean, bro, what? I mean, he was that man in high school. Forget college, you know what I'm saying? And just the fact that he still carried that over, he carried that speed over from the high school level, and it translated to the college level. Now, even whenever he went to Baylor, he was still a two-sport athlete in track and football, right? Obviously, that's why we're talking about this, right? And, he was looked at, especially at the time, as the fastest quarterback ever in college football history. He definitely was looked at like that. Now, we don't know, because a few years later, the boy who he mentored in Baltimore later in his career, we're talking Lamar Jackson here. So, and Mike Vick is in that discussion too, right? But I don't know, man. I might have to give it to RG, man. He had the burners. You let him get to that edge, raps for everyone. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So he was just a dog animal there, right? Let's see here. He was living up to all the hype from college. That senior year, every time someone said, "Oh, he's gonna do it," boom, he excelled. Everyone said, "Oh man, RG isn't anything. Switch your position, blah blah blah. You're not a true quarterback." This, that, and the third, right? It's the same thing they tell any athletic black guy who plays quarterback. If we're just being real here, right? So it was kind of hard for him to find his niche, but then he finds it that senior year in college, that junior year in college, I guess, right? And man, he doesn't look back. I mean, he has ads, he has commercials, he has the Subway commercial. I know y'all remember that NE5, yeah, that John. But here, look. But anyway, though, what I'm just saying here is just that he had all the hype around him. And he lived up to that hype. He gets drafted second overall in the 2012 draft behind Andrew Luck, who they both it was a good battle for Rookie of the Year there. But it ultimately goes to RG. Really because of he could move his legs as well. But let's not try to discount Andrew Luck here. Andrew Luck was a dog. I had someone comment on a video, on my last video, and say Andrew Luck didn't make your top 10. I mean your top 5. Well, he was right outside of it, so that's like pulling hairs. But regardless, he was like that. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Luck was definitely like that, but RG just ended up ultimately having a better season than him. So once he finally puts on that Redskin jersey, man, or Commander jersey, whatever, right? Once he finally puts that on, oh man, there's no looking back there. I mean, he comes out his rookie season. Well, I say there's no looking back to late in the season, right? Okay, so he puts on that jersey and balls out with 3,200 passing yards, right? You know what I'm saying? 20 tutties to 5 interception with a 102 passer rating. That was like 102.4 or something like that. And you would definitely take that. And then at the end of this season, you know how like they would rank the players, you know, like 1 through 100, and the players get to decide who's who, right? He was number 15 coming off of his rookie year. Everyone thought he was going to take off because that's how much he dominated this league, that rookie season. But, you know, this is where the bad stuff starts to happen, right? I mean, he was phenomenal in the Shanahan system back whenever both Shanahans were coaching. Mike and Kyle was underneath that, right? I mean, everyone knows about that, you know, coaching staff, how they had like everyone come from there, right? So, you know, that's not really new. But the fact that they were able to hide his flaws, which every good coach should be able to do, especially with a rookie quarterback, right? But they were able to hide his drop-backy flaws, and really express his strengths amazing through that offensive scheme, right? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, late in this season, he tweaks his knee a little bit, messes up a little bit late against Baltimore that season. So he sits out a game, you know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks it's going to be all straight, fine, and dandy. But he probably should have been done for that season. Because in the first round, in the wild card round, he tears his ACL and his LCL. and it doesn't really get any better after that, you know. So it's speculated that him or his mom during that offseason went to the owner at the time, Dan, and was like, look, bro, we can't be doing all of that. We dropped back and protected me. Now, we don't know who it was that really said that. I don't know. Was it one of the Shanahans? Was it the GM? Was it the owner? Who knows? Did somebody just want to throw the Griffin family under the bus so they could take the fall for his career? I don't know here. Whenever we all know that if you get drafted by the Redskins and you're a top whatever pick, you're probably not going to pan out. Just being real, you know. I mean, look at their past few picks here, right? I mean, a few panned out, yeah, but not many. So, you know what I'm saying? So I believe it was the Redskins organization and the Washington organization's fault that all this happened. You know what I'm saying? Because that second year, they come back. He's a drop back passer. There's a whole lot less read options being called. There's a whole lot less zone reads where he can snatch it from the running back being called. I mean, the whole system is just not RG anymore, and he didn't really have the team to be a drop backy guy, if we're just being honest. His wheels allowed his teammates to shine as well. You know what I'm saying there? So I don't know, man. And it just sucks that this had to happen, because that next season he comes in and he plays a little bit, and he's definitely doing his thing as much as he can in this drop back system, right? But you know, ultimately he gets hurt again, right? That second season. And this is where Kirk Cousins comes in, and Kirk Cousins shines a little bit, definitely. He has a lot of flashes here, right? So that next season comes around, his third season in the NFL, and what happens? He's hurt again, man. That sucks. And so they ended up releasing him. He goes a whole season with no job, you know, no team calls to pick him up. Then he comes in 2016, I'm pretty sure that is, and he plays with the Browns. You know what I'm saying? He was the quarterback for the Browns. The Browns are like, hey, man, we just need something. You feel me? And he ends up getting hurt again. Broke his arm, I believe, right? And ultimately, they released him. And once again, he spent that 2017 season with no job. You know, it sucks. And this is really his demise. Then finally, you know, he gets picked up by the Baltimore Ravens to really mentor Lamar and to, you know, just be their third string guy. I mean, really, their third string guy. And he was there and he mentored Lamar. He helped Joe Flacco out even, you know what I'm saying? Joe probably gave some stuff to him. Joe, you know, gave some stuff to Lamar as well there, right? Now, not saying that RG is the reason Lamar is Lamar, definitely not. But learning from someone like Robert Griffin III would help a man a lot, especially they have a lot of similarities in their game, right? You know. So, you know, ultimately he's in Baltimore about 3 years as a backup. And I don't know if he's officially hung him up, but he's hung him up. He's a 34-year-old ex-athletic track star guy who was hurt, you know, a lot. And it's the end of RG's career, which sucks, man. It really does suck because, man, he should still be dominating in this league right now. You know, he should at least had a 5, 6, 7 year gap of dominating the NFL, maybe even the top 3 in MVP, if not number 1. You feel me? So I don't know, man. It sucks, but we're gonna go ahead and get out of here on that note, man. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, everyone who is a athletic track star, you know, whatever type, a athletic quarterback, hopefully, you know, they learn from RG's mistakes here and we don't see something like this happen again. Anyway, man, with all that being said, you already know how we ending out this video, man. Like, comment, and subscribe on this thing, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend about your boy. You already know, man. I hope you're having a good day. Your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your grandma, your grandpa, uncle, auntie, all of them. I hope they all having a good day. Hope you having a good day, man. And we're going to be out this thing, man. Thank you for everything. Love.